nay đưa anh Bin đi tham khảo tìm hiểu cái trường để cho anh Bin học ạ. Cả nhà cùng đưa anh Bin đi nha. Rồi anh Hòa chở cả nhà đi nha, đi tìm trường học cho em. Rồi vô xe đi. Đi kiếm trường học cho em.
Hi, you're gonna be with our president. His name is Bobby Doss. Okay, so you guys can just walk with me. Are you? I'm assuming you just want to become a pilot.
Yeah, I want to become a pilot.
Like commercial airline pilot. Cool, very cool. Okay, so you get a report after the orientation. We're just gonna be in here. This room on the left. You can see our milestones. Morning. Morning. Good morning, Bobby.
Máy bay đây nhiều như là xe taxi.
Rồi, nói đi.
Đây là trường lái máy bay. Qua khảo sát trường để học lái máy bay. Ở nhà lái máy bay chứ. Giờ vô văn phòng. Đây là những học viên đi học. Bin.
Bobby. I am the owner of the flight school and still a student pilot here. I'm still trying to become a better pilot. I started training here on May 3rd, 2015, and I bought the flight school on May 3rd, 2018. So obviously, I got very excited and went all in. It's been a great journey over the last 8 years, through COVID, through many ups and downs, but there are a lot more good days than bad days at a flight school. I think if you work in a dentist office, you probably see unhappy people all day. If you work at a flight school, you see happy people all day. So I've been doing this for about 3.5 years now, just trying to answer questions. When I wanted to come here, I probably drove by on the street 2 or 3 times, afraid to come in, not knowing what to ask, not knowing what to say. I think we all kind of know how people become doctors and lawyers, but we really don't know how people become pilots and what you can do with your pilot certificates. So hopefully I'm gonna solve for that today and answer all your questions. We are all here on a Saturday morning, so I'm free for all day if y'all wanna talk all day. This is y'all's time, so interrupt me, ask questions. But I've put this agenda together to kind of guide the conversation, and it's worked for many weeks and months in the past, but please interrupt me and ask questions throughout this conversation. So we'll out in this conversation. So you shouldn't take a bunch of notes, but if you wanna take notes or pictures, feel free to do so as well. Again, a little bit about me. When I started my flight training journey, I just wanted to be a family pilot. Both my kids were in the junior high school range at the time. I assumed that they would go to college, and me and my wife would want to go see them in a college close by. And so I tackled the task of becoming a family pilot, really is what my goal was.
Gomez, last name Gomez, G-O-M-Z. I'm originally from Colombia. I live right next door. I live in Laurel Park.
All right.
So I drive by almost every day.
Good.
So I'm an engineer. My goals with aviation is, since I was a little kid, I wanted to become a pilot. I mean, the life got busy, I did other things, I became an engineer, and I started traveling around the world for work. I always were very interested in the pilot.
Sure. All right. What are your aviation goals?
I want to do airline for a couple of years and then become a private pilot.
Like a corporate private pilot flying companies, or is that what does private pilot mean to you after going to the airlines?
Yeah, corporate or anything like that, anything that can offer me like that. I was also probably thinking about going to the Air Force, but it might just be too late to do that. At the garage with the airplanes, and he told us about the flight school here, and we talked to one of the pilots.
Awesome. I'll say friend. That's good. Welcome.
Thanks, Austin. Wayne.
What are your aviation goals?
I'm a computer science student, but my real goal is I want to become an airline pilot.
All right. Do you have a specific airline you hope to work for one day?
United.
The right answer is the one that pays the most at that time. But
Yeah. FedEx and UPS.
FedEx and UPS are the dream jobs for all these, most pilots, because boxes don't complain.
Yeah.
People do complain. How did you hear about us?
I searched online
Okay,
because this pay the closest pay in my area. So.
perfect. Well, welcome everybody. I appreciate parts of the book. They're just chapters, and they tell me what I have to do to certify you. And we'll do all that together. We'll talk about those two things briefly if you've heard of them. We'll talk about what is a flight lesson, how is it done. There's a lot of ways to take flight training. I would say there's structured school, mom or dad, or go to a driver's ed school and do 15 hours with that person who's gonna train you to drive cars, and you have to be on the freeway for a certain amount of time and not on the freeway. And then we all know if you've taken a driver's test, you have to parallel park without making a mistake. If you do all those things, then you get certified, you get a driver's new. But they probably also wanna make sure you're alive, that you can still see, that you can do the things you need to do to drive. In the aviation world, there is no checks and balance there other than self-management. There's a thing we call recency or currency. So if I wanted to fly and I wanted to take my wife somewhere today, I would have had to land to a full stop at least 3 times in the last 90 days and fly during the daytime. And if I want to fly at night, I have to fly at night. Instrument rated under Part 61 is you have to fly 50 hours of cross country time before doing that. How much do you think 50 hours of cross country time costs? Let's assume a plane costs almost $200 an hour. That's $10,000. By doing your instrument rating here at Part 141, I can save you $10,000. I think everyone in the room would appreciate that, right? So don't go to another school and train Part 61. And what do you think? Yes, sir. Yeah.
You say you had to do certain hours to maintain your license or to maintain your, because it doesn't expire, but like it's how you cannot fly. For example, I don't fly. I get my certificate, my license.
Story earlier, but most of the time, sometimes they did. The pilot comes and they bring their wallet. I'm assuming that's the same situation we have right here. You want to be the pilot, choose your wallet. That's what I'm hoping. What is your name?
My name is Lee Nicole.
Oh my goodness. Spell that for me?
Lee, L-E-E.
Okay.
You can just put down Lee, that's fine.
Perfect.
I want to become a commercial airline pilot.
Okay.
I'm starting from the bottom. I haven't even taken a discovery flight. I'm still looking for a program to go to.
Perfect. Awesome. You mind me asking how old you are?
I'm 18.
Okay, perfect. And wallet? Grayed out boxes. These cost you money. We train in like 6-minute increments because we bill by the hour, right? So you might be billed 1.7 hours because that's how much you were in the plane. And so each of these ticks are 1/10 of an hour. Well, these are free. These are free. If you do these things that I'm teaching you and you become a really good flight student, you'll do a lot more than you think. The syllabi are there and they're all approved by the FAA. So we've also, because we're Part 141, have submitted them all and the FAA has approved all of them. So you will be in good hands if you follow the syllabus. That hangar handbook that I wrote is an abbreviation.
I just do first like a study instead of doing like flyings.
And
I
at
do like
any
a
time you can
groundwork.
request just one-on-one ground. Like,
Just
and I
like
did
a-
that many times where I probably was a busy and $1,000 and I'm taking care of that. 3,500? I wish. It's $100 a month. There's 2 reasons why we do it, and hopefully they'll make sense. You're new to all this, but the ground school, if you buy it with the promo code, but it's not gonna expire. This is not a bait and switch sort of
Is it
thing.
online? It's all
It's all online. Yeah, or on your iPhone. You can take it on a browser, or there's an app on your iPhone that
So
you
you
can use.
can,
Take bite-sized chunk. The best part about our online ground school is the very first video is the lesson sum.
We could have a school this summer.
Yeah. So I would wait until 30 days before. If you want to get started and like start working on your homework and stuff, go ahead and apply, get some of that guidance. They just won't schedule any of your lessons until you're ready to.
The days or like times, or is that already set out for us?
You do, and I meant to show you 2 more things. I was gonna show you all the schedule, what the schedule looks like. Flash out. Remember I said don't buy anything yet. Most of your tax dollars have paid for everything you really need to be a pilot. So there are a bunch of books that we're gonna recommend and you're gonna need at some point. This is one of them. It's called the Airplane Flying Handbook. When you enroll, your enrollment meeting will have a link to this book on the internet. This is a free book, paid for by the government. Any book you see with an FAA number is already published and free on the internet. Just a high-res PDF. If you like to touch it, and you like to write in books and tab things out, you're gonna wanna buy the book. I would bet every one of us have probably bought this book. It's $25. It's a drip in the pan compared to what flight training's gonna cost, and you wanna be able to tab it out. You wanna buy this on Amazon? You will not hurt my feelings. I'm sure I got packages on my front porch right now. If you buy it on Amazon, it's like $5 cheaper, but it's black and white. So just make sure you know what you're buying. In aviation, color is pretty important. You're gonna wanna know the colors of things for sure. But we have everything here. This is just help if you need it. When you take that first lesson, you're probably gonna wanna buy a logbook because you wanna start logging your time. If you take a discovery flight, we give you a $2 coupon to buy a logbook so we can log your discovery flight in that logbook. So it's not in another little 2-page logbook. It'll all be here together. These are like 15 bucks. Buy logbook. There's little ones. You wanna buy cheap ones. You want a non-noise canceling headset when you train. You wanna hear and feel the plane. If something's not sounding right, you wanna hear it. Noise canceling that out would be bad for the pilot in command. Once you get your instrument rating, you're put out by the Airplane Owners and Pilot Association every year. They give awards. Last year we had 6 distinguished flight instructors. 4 of them are still here. 2 of them have moved on to the airlines. I want to say hi to you. I want you to be able to say hi to me. Those posters there say we've been a distinguished flight school 3 out of the last 4 years. At the time, he came in and said, I solo today. And I said, how did you afford the headset? Because he was showing an aviation radio into our phone system. and they change it at about the 45-minute mark, so they probably re-record. Two-thirds of our airplanes over there. We have a group of young men and women we call rampers. Take care of them, move them around, check the order of everyone.
The days or like times, or is that already set out for us?
You do, and I meant to show you two more things. I was gonna show you all the schedule, what the schedule looks like.
No, we could have school this summer.
Yeah. So I would wait until 30 days before. If you wanna get started and like start working on your homework and stuff, go ahead and apply, get some of that guidance. They just won't schedule any of your lessons until you're ready. You wanna buy cheap when you want a non-noise canceling headset. When you train, you wanna hear and feel the plane. If something's not sounding right, you wanna hear it. Noise canceling that out would be bad for the pilot in command. Once you get your instrument rating, I wanna say hi to you. I want you to be able to say hi to me.
I'm so sorry, what day
Those
was this?
posters there
Oh,
say we've been
okay,
a
yes.
distinguished
That's right.
flight
I
school
just
3 out of the
looked at
last
it.
4 years.
Yeah, well-
Captain Aviation Radio into our phone system. And they change it at about the 45-minute mark, so they probably re-record. Two-thirds of our airplanes over there.